This video is intended to remind you of the pack job that was taught to you during your Twin Falls Base FJC. Find a nice clean area to pack, lay out canopy with brakes unstowed, anchor the container with a stake, packing weight, or other preferred method. Now grab both sets of risers, front in one hand, rears in the other. Walk the lines up to the canopy. Give it a little shake and lay canopy on its side. Grab the top side of the canopy as shown and perform a 4-line check. These lines should run down to the links and be the outermost line on the link. Repeat this process on the other side of the canopy. Again, these lines should be the outermost line on the link. Place a clamp on the risers with toggles facing each other and links level. Grab front line group in one hand and rear line group in the other. Walk the lines up to the canopy, give a swing and lay canopy flat on the ground. Begin at B-line packing tabs, counting out each cell, 7 total. Pull tension on the packing tabs, give a little shake, and place clamp on canopy. Repeat at the C packing tabs. At the D packing tabs, be sure to leave the center cell unclamped. Clamps make it easy to maneuver the canopy and maintain a neat pack job. Next, keep pressure at the B packing clamp and pull out nose. Here we're cleaning up the nose and making it look nice, neat, and symmetrical. From the front of the nose, approximately 2 clamp lengths in, pull tension on lines, then place clamp around canopy. We're now going to roll the nose, so count out each cell, 7 in total. Find the center cell, pull tension, and wrap outer cells around center cell. Replace clamp around rolled nose. Now grab nose and place face down in line with center of the container. Next, place B clamp in mouth to free up both hands to flake canopy. Start on left side, 3 cells to the outside, center stays in center, and 3 cells to the right. Now flake left side by giving a whip and a flick and pressing out air. Place C clamp in mouth, pull tension on bridle, separate 3 cells to the left, 3 cells to the right. Flake again by flipping and whipping and pressing out air. Keep tension on top of clamp and wick and flick to flake canopy. Repeat this process on the other side. Once finished, get the tail out of the way and run hands up the wind channel to straighten and tension the pack job. Now you'll flake the inside of the canopy. Start on one side, grab all the A lines, pull tension, pulling tension on the clamp. Next, grab B lines and lift up and flake material to the outside. Place B lines on top of A lines. Do each side. Finish by pulling tension on the clamp. Next, you'll flake between the B and C lines. Fabric to the outside, lines on the inside. Lift the C lines up. Flake the material to the outside. And then place the C lines on top of the B lines. Now grab C clamp and bridle and pull tension. Repeat for D line group. Start on one side, fabric to the outside, lines on the inside, stacking D line group on C line group. Be cautious when lifting lines up to flake. You do not want to disrupt the pack job. Pull tension on the D clamp and finish by running hand up the wind channel to straighten and tension the pack job. Now place hand on D lines and pull tail down. Keep brake line groups separate. Walk these lines down to the container, double checking left is on the left and right is on the right. You do not want cross brake lines. Setting the brakes, LRT, line ring toggle. At your deep brake setting, place the loop on the riser through the brake setting in the line, then place the loop through the ring, then place toggle through loop. Pull tension to make certain brake is set and stow excess brake line. Repeat this process on the other side. LRT. Loop through the line. Loop through the ring. And toggle through the loop. Place toggle and toggle keeper. Pull tension to make sure brake is set. And stow excess. Make sure risers are equal and replace small clamp. Next, grab your brake and inner C and D lines. These are commonly a different color than your main lines. And walk up towards canopy. Line over prevention is accomplished by using a tailgate. Make sure your tailgate setting is away from the lines. Make sure your lines are clear. Wrap tailgate around brake, C and D lines. Wrap small rubber band around tailgate. Next, we will flake the tail. Keep D line group held down while starting flaking at the stabilizer. Continue flaking rest of tail, keeping one hand at line attachment, and slide other hand towards top of canopy. Each fold will be on the seam of the sail. Continue flaking until you reach the tail pocket. Now flake the other side. Keep tension on the D line group. Flake stabilizer. Keep tension at line attachment and milk fabric up towards the top of the canopy. Remember, each fold will be on a seam. Continue until you reach the tail pocket. After flaking the tail, you can retension your pack job by pulling on the bridle and each clamp. At the tail, unfold the center sail and wrap around the flaked tail. Pull up center sail packing tab carefully to limit disrupting the pack job and pull tail pocket down to lines. Redress tail and open tail pocket. Now go unanchor the container. Gently sit on the canopy behind tail pocket facing container and lines. Since this is a slider off pack job, we will not perform a primary stow. Now you will stow lines in a figure 8 pattern. Starting at the back of the tail pocket, begin with larger stows, then progressing to smaller stows towards the front of the pocket. Continue stacking line stows until finished. Once lines are stowed, close tail pocket. Front Velcro first and then sides. Be sure no lines are in the Velcro. Now, lay back on the canopy to squeeze more air out and to give yourself a good stretch. While kneeling next to canopy, begin making reduction folds. Make one fold towards center with fold in line with edge of the tail pocket. Place one neon pack job, take one clamp and place approximately one hand width above tail pocket onto canopy. Next clamp in line with packing tab. Repeat on the other side, making fold in line with edge of tail pocket. Remember to use your knee to help control and contain the pack job. Use previous clamps to hold fold while placing remaining clamps on side of pack job. Clamp placement will vary depending on the canopy and the container. Experiment to find your ideal placement. You may fold in the canopy fabric laying over the tail pocket to reduce wear at this area. Now, take small clamp off the risers and spread. Place one foot on both risers just above toggle to prevent pulling on lines while dressing risers into the riser covers. Prepare the packing tray for canopy insertion. With one hand grabbing tail pocket and the other at the top of the container, lift tail pocket up while sliding container underneath. Lay tail pocket square at bottom of packing tray. Check that risers are flat and oriented properly on each side. With one hand at the clamp, make your first S-fold. Your nose should be aimed right down the center of the container. With one hand on nose, make your final S-fold. Place neon pack job to help keep it contained. Get your bridle ready and finish the pack job by closing container system as recommended by your manufacturer. Ching chong!